What's good, YouTube? Dre here with Different Gaming. Who we got with us?
Garret Stevens.
And what you do today?
I went undefeated at Easy Gaming in Greensboro.
And with Easy Gaming, they had a case tournament today. And let's go ahead and hop right into it. Let's show everyone what you went undefeated with.
Yeah, man. I played 3 tiers. Went to game 3 with all of them, and then I played Sprite, and then I played Brandon. But not in that order. I think it was it was Sprite and Brandon. So I was managed to beat all of them. Like most of the day, we had to go to game 3. I managed to win in time. Shout out to Long One for burning in time, bro.
Man, 1200.
That's a lot.
Did you play any full power kashtira today? Like full power?
Maybe one. I don't remember. I didn't see a lot of kashtira tier on it. But I mean, like, they all, like, the decks were still good regardless. I couldn't really tell. I think one of them was playing kashtira tier elements, but I still managed to beat them. So I think one of them was full power. I'm not sure about the other ones because I didn't see much kashtira cards. But yeah, that's basically it. Managed to beat them all. Happy to do it before Cash gets hit by the bandwidth, so makes me happy.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. So this is standard. I played 3 Moye, 3 Long 2 Tai. Being honest, Tai is like my favorite one. He makes Swordsoul Emergence like a 1-card combo because like a lot of times this deck can like have bad hands where if you open too many counter cards and like no Tennies, no other Wyrms, and you just have Emergence in your hand, you just play Emergence and add Tai, and Tai can just like at least get you Shoutout and a Blackout.
Okay. I'm not that familiar with Swordsoul.
Yeah, so Taya banishes a Wyrm or Swordsoul card from the graveyard to generate a level 4 tuner token. Moye reveals a Wyrm or Swordsoul monster in hand to Mega Token, and then Long One pitches or discards from hand a Wyrm or Swordsoul to Mega Token. Long One's really good.
I just know Long Young right now that burn.
Yeah, it's very, very good. 3 Ecclesia. Some people play 2. I like 3 because there's so many lines where if you're wanting to play around Ash Blossom, or if you're going second or something, you can go like Special Summon Ecclesia and Normal Summon Moye, just play around like Soliac or something, and just go into like rank 8 that way without having to get Imperm.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And then I shuffle back with the Kaleido Heart, so you don't have to worry about getting hurt that way. Or like Special Summon a Shithana and like Normal Summon this. It's just good. You don't always have to activate it. It's just like a good level 4 tuner.
Okay.
10 Ys, 3 Ashina, 2 Vishuda, 2 Adhara, 1 Shifana. Shifana's the MVP because some people don't play her. There's a lot of times where you'll have a level 4 tuner on the field and you need like a regular 4, and you'll just have her in hand or have this in the graveyard and you special summon this. This is the one I was talking about, like if you're going first and this is all you have and this, you can just like special summon this from hand since you control no effect monsters, and then normal summon this and to make Shoutout.
Okay.
So
that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yes, this is some cool lines. And then consistency, 3 Emergence. 2 Desires. Desires is like so good in this deck because it just feels so free. It's just like draw 2. I guess you can call this a spice. I played 2 Heavenly Dragon Circle. I don't see everybody playing this anymore. It's a good way to play around Imperm. You basically like if you normal summon Moye, they try to Imperm you. You chain this tribute off the Moye and it adds a Wyrm from deck to hand. And then if you tributed a non-effect monster, you can special summon a Wyrm. So like if you have Moye on the field, and everybody plays like Imperm nowadays, so you go this effect to make a token, they Imperm, you chain this, tribute it, and then add Shithana, and you have no effect monster, you just have a token, so you special summon Shithana and then make Shoutout.
Oh wow.
This card was just really clutch. going first or second because you dodge Soul, dodge Imperm, you dodge so much, and you can just keep playing. Talents was very clutch. I don't think a lot of people seen it coming. Like, especially going second, I was like going against the tier guy, and it's just like he's hitting me with all these disruptions, like a Bisteel, negating the special summon with the Rukalos. I'm just like drop Imperm out of nowhere. I'll just steal his Rukalos and just proceed to OTK. Since Rukalos is like a 3K beater, it's just like a lot of times I'll have gas already in my hand, and I'll just take their monster. I'm just like it's over. And then one blackout, you only need one. It's alright. It's not really that good in a tier 1 matchup, but hand traps, Ash, and I play Imperm. Kind of the best ones. I was playing Valor, but I decided to take them out for Bisteels. This dodges thrust and triple attack this talent, and then this is just really good. It feels good to just Ash a mill or Ash a tier 1 field spell or anything like that. And at the very least, you can use this as a tuner to make your synchro plays. So same thing with Valor, but I couldn't make room for Valor since I had played my Bisteels.
Okay.
And then Bisteels, I played 5. This felt right. And then Destrudo. This deck is 41 cards just because I needed to make room for Destrudo. This was good. I love how the Bisteels can make this deck slightly more consistent because sometimes if your hand is bad or you get hand trapped to death and you still make a board, you have this in your hand, you have follow-up because this searches this, which is a dragon, and this is a tuner, so you can make synchro plays still and get access to your Swordsoul engine, which is really good. And that's pretty much it. They're just really good disruptions. I expected a lot of tier today since this is the last weekend of people being able to play full power. So I'm just like, I'm still going to play Bisteels. It was like a last second decision, but I was like, it was worth it.
I was going to say, going into the new format, or would you change the Bisteels out for Nibiru, knowing Nibiru is big against basically every deck out there now?
Yes, I would side them because it's decent and branded, and there's going to be those copium players playing the tier shit all. So they're still pretty decent. Before this was 3 Book of Eclipse and then like something else, I think. I forgot what this was, but it was like more hand traps. It was like 3 Valor and 2 Book of Eclipse because they're just really good in any matchup, especially Flu. Flu, it just hits Flu hard. Like I wasn't even worried about Flu until I just swapped these in because I just made that last second decision. That's it for the main deck. 41 cards. That feels the best. It feels better than 40 for some reason. I just like opened good all day. I think there's 1 or 2 times it was bad, but I managed to live through it because all I had was hand traps. And I just slowed my opponent down. Extra deck, 2 Shoutout, standard, 1 Longon, 1 Changing. This is pretty standard, even going in the cash format. I think this is fine because it's kind of funny. They'll use kashtira Unicorn to banish something in your extra deck, and you're just like, whatever. Like, if they banish one of these, it's fine. If they banish your Baron, you have so many different ways of like killing your opponent in this deck. There's more options than just this. Chow Fang, I didn't really make it today. There's times it could have came up, but I made other stuff. I love how it can, this can add hand traps from your deck to your hand, which is really good. It can add hand traps. I think if it's destroyed by battle, or if it destroys an opponent's monster, you can add a hand trap, like a tuner. So,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just hard to make because it's level 9.
Okay.
2 monks and a shaman. Usually I was going to play 3 monks, but I took it out for a certain spice card. And really 2 monks is kind of perfect. A lot of times I will trigger my tingling effects when I have a token on field since it is a non-effect monster. So I don't always go into monk. So 2 is just perfect.
Okay.
Draco Berserker, I think I made this once. Actually, I don't think I made it at all. It's just, today was a little weird. Double box, yeah. I'm so close to dropping this to 1 because I only ever make 1. But like at the same time, kashtira can just banish this, and Yazi is so clutch. I just want to keep it at 2. Yazi came up so many times today. It's just clutch. I love how you can't target it. Like your opponent have back row to have Solic or Imperm in the back row, and you just like make Yazi and they can't do nothing. You just pop the back row and just keep playing. And then the spice. Ice Jade, Jameer, Irene.
Whoa. Is this out of Photon Hypernova?
Yes, this is going to be like the new tech in Swordsoul. So it's a level 10. You can make it with a water tuner and a non-tuner monster, and all the Swordsoul tokens are water. So it's just like a free Swordsoul card. You can do quick effects. Monsters you control cannot be banished or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it's a complete out to kashtira monsters. So they can't banish nothing. And I think there's an effect where you can, if a card is banished by your opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. And then if you activate this effect in response to your opponent's card or effect activation, your opponent has cards with the same name on the. If your opponent has cards with the same name on their field and graveyard, you can banish those cards. So it's kind of like it can be sort of like a board-like kind of effect, but the effect to protect your stuff is more relevant. It's the 3K body, so it's pretty cool. And then lastly, the Super Spice that came up twice today.
The Super Spice.
Psychic and Punisher. This card is like busted. The only sad thing is I didn't get to really use it today because my opponent read the card and negated it before I could use the effect to like pay 1,000 life points and send the card to the graveyard.
Y'all heard that? The opponent read the card.
Yeah, my opponent read the card, and I didn't really get to use its full power. But basically, if your opponents are lower than your opponent, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, he's unaffected by card effects. And then if you go to battle phase, whatever the difference in life points y'all have, he gains it in attack. So he can be an OTK machine. You can target. You can pay 1,000 life points, target a card on the field, send it to the graveyard. So he's just like super indestructible if you have lower life points. And came up once or twice, but I really didn't get to use his power because my opponent read the card.
Oh.
I didn't have the lower life points at the time, so it didn't really work out too well.
Oh man, that's the spicy spice.
It's really, really good. All you need is like Ecclesia plus like a level 7 Tenyi equals that, and like some other stuff. It's really, really good. Side deck, 3D barrier. This card's really, really good. I mean, hits kashtira, tier elements, Swordsoul. It's just really good card overall. I was happy to see it had play more. Yeah, this actually won me a game.
I was about to say that card is too good not to side 3 of in the side deck or even main it, honestly.
Yeah, it's just like you make a board, and even like if your board isn't that good, just set this and you're gonna win anyways because you're just gonna stop your opponent from doing extra deck stuff. I won a game 3 against a Sprite player. He impermed my Moye. I just set this and passed. I played this, he couldn't XYZ, and he made like IP, and then I drew into a Swordsoul card in OTK.
Oh yeah.
I want to respect the Sprite matchup, so I played Dark Roar. I didn't see it. All day. I didn't play any cash players, so this wasn't really that good. I didn't side it in against tier elements because I had Bestials, Handcraft worked well. I like ashed like 4 different Shizu cards, so I mean it's fine. This is mainly against kashtira because the Bestials don't do nothing. I just side Bestial that and just throw this in. But I didn't play any of them, so it didn't matter. Dark Hole, kashtira can do Ibly locks, and anybody that puts a monster on my side of the field and locks me out of something, I'll just Dark Hole the board.
Yeah.
Good against Flu, and just really good. And then the last card that I didn't use. This deck has a hard time with like back row stuff, especially Runic. This deck's really weak to Runic, so just in case I played those people, I just wanted to like play this so I can like just banish their field spell so they can't really keep going. But I didn't play no back row today, so basically the only cards that really I really used was these two, and the only one I actually saw was this one. So. But overall, in theory, these are really good.
Your side deck betrayed you today, but you still came out on top.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I got pretty lucky today. Triple Tactics drew me into what I needed. Shout out to Pact for getting everybody into this deck. This deck is so good. Super spicy and just like super slept on. Happy to have it back in the live. And yeah, shout out to Easy Gaming for the great events.
Hell yeah, definitely shout out to Easy Gaming.
Yeah, man.
Hey, this was an awesome event.
Yeah, it was really good. I played a lot of meta. Felt good to really show them that Swordsoul can do something. Hopefully not enough to where they can get hit on the ban list, but you know how that goes.
Oh yeah. Anything else?
That's pretty much it. Swordsoul best deck.
Tell them.
Yeah, man.
Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, peace.